I've just received this BMW M1000Rr. I mean, just look at this thing. It's dripping with carbon fiber. It's got carbon wheels. It's got an Akrapovic exhaust as standard, massive, huge carbon wings in the front, big brakes and an aero package as well. It's absolutely beautiful. And when I saw that bike, I mean, the first thing that I really wanted to do is to take it on track. It is a sports bike. It is the best model that BMW does and sells to the public. And I would just want to find out just how capable it is on the track. So I'm going to go and put my leathers on and we're going to go to Donington, where I've booked a track day with MSV Track Days.
I can't wait to get to Donington. Yeah, that's going to be really interesting to try this bike. Feels really nice actually, just on board there, just like that. Relaxed on the wrists, quite nice. Bleeper feels really nice on this bike. So we've got a quick shift and a bleeper. So no need to use the clutch once you've set off in first gear really. It's very smooth, gearbox is very nice and silky. So this bike is the best bike that is homologated by BMW for the racing programs. So World Superbike and the other racing series and so on. So basically this means that each manufacturer, bike manufacturers, they have to homologate the bike on which the race bike is based. For the design of the chassis, the engine, the shape of the bike as well, the aero, as you can see there. Those big grey wings, yeah, just down there. So this has got to be the same or very similar as what is used on the race bikes. It feels like a race bike, you know, position-wise. The bars are not too low, which is nice. And actually, people think that the bars are low on race bikes. That used to be the case on like old-fashioned race bikes, but nowadays it's not like that anymore. Even MotoGP bikes are kind of like more neutral in the position. That helps not to overload the front tire. So yeah, in lots of respect, this feels similar to the race bike position-wise. But you can set up to like 3 modes. So if I press the mode button here, just there on the left, on the right thumb, I'm going Race Pro 1, Race Pro 2, and then road. So now I'm on road. So for the road, it's set up a little bit more tame, as in a little bit less aggressive power delivery, a little bit more smooth as it's delivered. Quite a bit more ABS as well for safety, but on the road it doesn't really come on anyway, unless you really have to brake hard, unless it's like an emergency situation. And yeah, adapted engine brake as well, a little bit stronger engine brake actually on the road, because obviously there's less transfer onto the front wheel, so you can use the engine brake to stop the bike a bit better. Just feels really rounded.
We made it to Donington. It's a windy Donington today, but temperatures are quite high, and one of the most important things you've got to do when you get from the road to the track is to adjust your tire pressures. Now these tires that have been fitted on that bike, they are actually road tires, they're sporty road tires. They're called the Pirelli Corsa 4. There's not really a track tire at all, so I've got to drop the pressures. What's been recommended is 28 psi starting pressure cold in the rear and 30 psi front, which is about 1.9 bars and almost 2.1 bars for the front. So we're going to adjust that now, and I'm going to go out on track, see how that feels. Really important as well, when you pit in, as soon as you pit in and the tires are warm, check your tire pressures again and make sure they don't go too high. If they go too high, the tires will balloon and you're going to get a little bit of a little bit of a weird feel around the track. You're going to get less grip, you're going to feel like you're floating around. So really important to adjust that. Adjust them when you get on track and adjust them when you go off on the road again. first session on track with the M1000R, well, it's fast. It's rather fast. I put it on Race Pro mode, that's called Race Pro 1, which is adjusted for the track. But still I felt like there was too much traction control. So once you put it in race mode though, there is a way, I didn't know that until now, I've checked. There is a way to adjust plus and minus the traction control. You can go +7 and on to -7. So I was at 0 there, so I would try in the next session to go a little bit more down. Tire pressures were adjusted, but they still came up really high, especially in the rear. So the rear really cooked. Still performed well. The lap times, I know we're not supposed to do lap times on a track day, but actually this bike does the lap time on its own. So it's got like a GPS tracking thing, and it's pretty cool actually. It also gives you your split as you ride, so you know if you're faster or not than your best time, which we're not allowed on track day either, but anyway, it's as standard, so nothing you can do about it. And yeah, already it's quite good. It's quick. There's already like a 36 and I really wasn't pushing that hard. What I like about that as a standard bike is that the ABS is not too intrusive, so I've turned it down to the lowest position. And many road bikes with the ABS, unless you take it completely off, it gives you that really spongy feeling. With this bike, it's not like that, so it feels quite good. And yeah, overall it just feels good. Feels really planted in the front, so I would say that. The one thing that I really like about this is the way it feels with the front, and I think that comes from the geometry, but also from the big wings. They kind of like add a bit of weight and a bit of stability, and I like that on the track, especially in Donington last section. When you stop and go, the front is keeping it down despite the loads of power with that bike. So yeah, it's a good one. Can I clip it? Brilliant day on track. So, I mean, the main thing is to be able to come to a track and ride with the standard road bike, number plate and everything. We even got road tires on this bike. They are the Pirelli Diablo Rosso 4, so they're not even the best tires they do for the road. And still, I know we're not supposed to do lap times, but this bike actually in track mode laps itself, takes the lap time on its own, and also gives you like the difference throughout the lap compared to your fastest time, so I can't help it. So best lap is a 34.5, which is pretty quick. It's like less than 10 seconds off the best race lap that Toprak Razgatiogo did in the race in Donington here about a month ago. So it's absolutely unreal, really, especially with road tires. We know the tires makes a huge difference. I know that with that bike, if we come in here, put some slicks on, SC1 front, SC0 rear, we would go at least 3-4 seconds faster than what we're doing now. So really impressive. Overall, I've been impressed with the braking, with not too much intrusion from the ABS, so that was really nice to see. And just overall, it's a great package. The front feels planted. I know those big great wings, they're a little bit scary, but they give you so much downforce. They help the bike turn, they make it a bit more stable as well. So it feels good. And overall, yeah, the bike has performed better than I expected. I thought the traction control, even in the race modes, in the Race Pro 1, the traction control was kind of really present, so you can feel it a lot when the bike is land. So in a way, that's a good safety net, for people learning to ride on track. But I came down a lot with the traction, so now I ended up with -4. You can set it up as well, you can put more or less, you can choose what you want. So I ended up taking some off. I'm still not at the minimum, but taking some off to get better drives. Overall, the engine is really strong, and yeah, the brakes, they last as well. I've done like 20-minute sessions without any problems. So yeah, good fun. I want to do it again. Can we do it again soon? We're going to go home first though. So we're going to put the tire pressures back on because I've lowered them quite a lot with these tires. Like I said, these tires, they're very much road tires. They're not really designed to go on track at all. So we'll put them back up. to about 35 psi front, 38, something like that in the rear, and head home and go and have a cup of tea.
So this is it. Well, it's been a brilliant day. I thoroughly enjoyed riding this bike on the road and on the track. Two different characters really, but it does it all. So yeah, a great fun day all together. Thank you very much for that. Really loved it and I hope you enjoyed it. See you guys.